Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and who's ready to see a birthday book haul? If you don't know, my birthday was May 9th, and I got a crap ton of books for my birthday, which was amazing. I love books. They're my favorite kind of present to get, and I'm so excited to show them all to you because they're wonderful. If this were a TBR or a wrap-up, I would probably tell you a lot about the books that I got, but since this isn't a TBR or a wrap-up, I'm just gonna get through them real quick and give you like kind of one-liners about them, because I'm sure they're gonna show up on a TBR or a wrap-up like in the immediate future. However, if you have any questions or if you want to know more about a book I got, definitely let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to give you more info. So all of the books you're gonna see are either from gift cards I got for my birthday or straight up books I got for my birthday. Let's get started. The first couple books I'm gonna show you are from a gift card that my friend CJ got me. Thank you, CJ, I adore you. So the first two books I got are Laura Sebastian's Ash Princess and Lady Smoke. Now I have read Ash Princess before. I didn't love it, but I started to really like it by the time it got to the end because I think they introduced what I assume will be the antagonist of the series, and that person really interests me. I really like what she did with it, and I was really excited to read the second book in the series, so then I got Lady Smoke. And in a nutshell, this is a fantasy series about a deposed princess and what she does to get her kingdom back. Very exciting, and also I didn't expect this to be a signed copy, but apparently it is, so yay for that. The next book I got with my gift card was J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman's Aurora Rising. This was on my list of most anticipated reads for this year. I was so excited for it. I am so excited for it. I wanted to read it as soon as it got to my house, but this month is also the Sailor Moon-a-thon, and I really can't afford to read anything that's not within the genres for the Sailor Moon-a-thon. I mean, I guess I could find a way to get it in there, but I had a TBR already picked out, and I'm just gonna try and stick with it. I don't know what that sound was. It was weird. Anyway, I'm a sucker for space. I like books that take place in space. I like movies that take place in space. I just fucking love space. And this obviously takes place in space, and I would liken it to a D&D group in space. Like essentially everybody in this cast has a specific role they play on the ship, and together they make kind of a dysfunctional family, but also a functional family, if you know what I mean. Because they all get shit done. Anyway, I actually got my nails done to match this cover release. Ooh. Can you focus on my nails? Can you focus on my nails? Well, maybe not. But yes. Because I'm a nerd like that, I guess. Anyway, super excited to read this. The next book I got was Cindy Anstey's Suitors and Sabotage. I actually like these books a lot. They have Love, Lies, and Spies, and I think they have Duels and Deception. Yes, Duels and Deception. They also have one that's Christmassy. It's called Carols and Chaos. I love cute little cozy mysteries. I love them. I think they're amazing. And I also love like Regency era historical fiction with like courting and I don't know, all of that good stuff. So this is a nice surprise. Not a lot of people know about these books, but I happen to love them. So thank you, Amanda, you're amazing. And I have my panda plant. She also got me a little pot for a succulent. It looks like a panda. It's cute. I haven't named it yet, but I will show that in a later video. Right now it's on my desk at work, and it's adorable. So thank you. The next batch of books are from my boyfriend Kyle, and there's a funny story about this because a couple weeks before my birthday, Barnes & Noble sent out their coupons. Usually for members, you get 20% off anything in the store coupons. And so I was like, Kyle, we need to go to Barnes & Noble. And he's like, yeah, sure, that's fine, let's go. Like, you know, like we were gonna do anything else this weekend. We always go to Barnes & Noble. He's not complaining, he likes it there too. But I was like, all right, let's do it. And we get to Barnes & Noble and we go to our thing, and he comes back and I've got all these books in my hands, and he's like, you need to put them all back. You can't buy any of those books. Damn it, Diana. I was like, what, why? I have all these coupons. He's like, you have to just pick different books. Because I had picked up every single book that he had gotten me for my birthday. Which speaks to A, his great taste in finding me books, and also speaks to me in my history of ruining all of his gifts for me. Because I have a tendency to buy the gifts that he's already gotten me before he can give them to me. Not purposefully, I don't know that he does this, but also he shops like 6 months in advance for any holiday, so it's kind of his fault too. Anyway, that aside, the first book he picked up for me was Astrid Schult's Four Dead Queens. And if I were to sum this up in a sentence, I don't think I could, but basically it's about a girl who is sort of framed for the murder of her country's four queens. She is a thief, but she's not a murderer, so she goes on the run with this guy that she meets, and they try and figure out what the hell happened. Anyway, the premise of this sounded super interesting, and I'm excited to read it. The next book he snagged for me was Matt De La Pena's Superman Dawnbreaker. I have most of the other books in the DC Icon series. I think I don't have Catwoman. That's the only one I don't have. So when he got me this, I was like, oh great, because I wasn't gonna buy it for other reasons, but I'm really glad that he bought it for me so that I could read it. I love Superman. I've always loved Superman. He's probably one of my favorite comic book characters. Whenever there's like a team Batman versus team Superman, I'm always team Superman, much to Kyle's disappointment because he is very much team Batman. But I love Superman. I watched all the seasons of Smallville, which takes fucking dedication if you remember Smallville, which y'all should because it was a great show. I mean, not great, but it was good. It was, you should watch it, okay? You should just watch it. Lois Lane is there. She's the best iteration of Lois Lane I have ever seen, and I've watched pretty much every Superman thing out in the world. Although in the animated series, she's pretty cool too. But yes, Clark Kent is my homeboy, and I am always here for a great Superman origin story. The next book he picked up for me was Emily Duncan's Wicked Saints. And I think I've actually talked about this in a previous video, my Spring Reads Top 5 Wednesday from a couple weeks ago. I was really excited for this book. I'm still really excited for this book. This was pitched as what if Alina ended up with the Darkling from the Grisha trilogy, and I am here for that. Like, I would have loved that, to be honest with you, because Mal just annoyed the shit out of me, which I think I've also said before on this channel. I mean, not that the Darkling was a lot better, it's just he didn't annoy me quite as much. Plus, I am a sucker for villain gets the girl stories. I love them. Or like anti-hero gets the girl, because rarely are they straight up villains that get the girl. Anyway, I'm super looking forward to reading this as soon as I can. The next book he grabbed for me was Stephenie Trombley's Trouble Never Sleeps. This is the third book in the Trouble is a Friend of Mine series, and I love this series. It's underrated. It's vastly underrated. It's amazing. It's a YA mystery series, and it follows two characters, Digby and Zoe, as they unravel the mysteries that surround their lives in town. There's an adorable cast of secondary characters who you will love, and you will love Digby and Zoe. You will love them. They are wonderful. They remind me a lot of Charlotte Holmes and Jamie Watson from the Sherlock Holmes series, but they're kind of better. They are slightly less dysfunctional, or maybe they are just as dysfunctional in better ways, but I love them. I love their relationship. I love their back and forth banter. I love everything about this series, and I just need everyone to read it. The next book he grabbed for me was Delilah Dirk and the Pillars of Hercules by Toni Cliff. I love the artwork. I love the story. I love the characters. Delilah Dirk is a sword brandishing female adventurer, and I love her. And the relationship she has with Selim is just funny, and it's cute, and it's kind of like, it's long suffering. It's described as long suffering because they're just like, they're like in it to win it forever, but they also annoy each other, and they're just kind of like exasperated with each other, but they're like ride or die. And I love that. I love it. It's cute. It's fun. I have a lot of fun with it. I'm very excited to read it. I also have a separate Amazon Kindle wish list because I'm always looking for good Kindle books, and if I buy a book in Kindle version, I have to buy the rest of the books in Kindle version. But I'm the same way with hardbacks and paperbacks. Like if I buy the first book in hardback or paperback, I have to buy the rest of the series in whatever format I initially purchased it in. That weirdness aside, he picked me up Emily Skrutsky's The Edge of the Abyss, which is a sequel to The Abyss Surrounds Us. And The Abyss Surrounds Us was a really great book. It's a female-female love story that takes place in a science fiction fantasy world where this girl essentially raises sea monsters. And there are pirates. So it's just really cool. I really enjoyed it, and I've been meaning to get around to reading the sequel. I just hadn't gotten to it yet. So thank you, darling. You're wonderful. I love you. The last book I got was a copy of Killing November by Adriana Mather from my friend Haston. This book was not at all on my radar, despite it being very much something I would be interested in, but my friend Haston was like, hey, I want to read this book, and since we're doing this thing where we read books together, I got it for you so you could read it with me. Happy birthday. And it was awesome. It was very unexpected. I was like, yes, I am always down to read books with you, except I know I haven't gotten around to The Shadow Glass yet. I will, I promise. I am just running so far behind on all my reading. I swear I'll get to it, Haston. I promise. I'm not crossing my fingers. That was not me crossing my fingers. But yes, apparently this takes place in a boarding school which teaches kids how to be murderers. That sounds amazing. Like, that sounds awesome. I'm always here for a good boarding school book. I happen to love the boarding school setting. I think it's great. I wish I read more books with it. So if you have any recommendations for boarding school books, I've already read Truly Devious in that series. I can't wait for the next one to come out. Leave them in the comments because I will always read a series that takes place in a boarding school. Very, very exciting. I feel like I say I would always read a lot of kind of books, but it's true, I would read any kind of book, almost. And this concludes the birthday book haul. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books, or if you want to read any of these books, or if you didn't read any of these books because you hated them. I'm always up for talking to you guys and seeing what you're up to and what you're reading, how you're doing. And don't forget, I do have a giveaway going on right now for hitting 100 subscribers. I will link the video down below. I will also put something somewhere else, a card somewhere maybe, so you can go check it out. It will remain open till May 31st, and then I will announce the winners on June 4th, I believe. So if you haven't entered, make sure you go look at the video and enter. Cause why not? You could get a book or a gift card. Very simple. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, feel free to go ahead and do that. You don't have to. I'm not pulling teeth here, but I'm pretty okay. Alright guys, that is it from me. I'm going to be taking the rest of the week off, and I will see you sometime next week. Have a fantastic day and be excellent to each other. Bye! You know, I think I'm getting better at this, she says as everything topples to the ground. Oh no, I didn't. I did. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Can I do it one-handed? I can do it one-handed. Look at this, guys.